Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is the last day of April, and my day off, and tomorrow I have to go to work. But today, pardon me. Oh, wow. Ah. Today we're going to talk about young Earth creationism. Ugh. Young Earth creationism. And the sheer dishonesty that underlies the entire young Earth creationist movement. Yes. And it is dishonesty. Yeah.
Evolutionists would have us believe that the world created itself, that life began in the oceans, that life was eroded from rocks, that dinosaurs lived 65 plus million years ago, and that uniformitarianism is true. And they would have us believe that all humans descended from primates, and that the world is 13.7 billion years old, and that Darwinism is the truth.
Oh, yeah. So, that list is from a Matt Powell video that I will link to below in the description. And you may freely comment upon it and this. 8 points, of which all are needing to be addressed, so they will all be addressed equally. But there's also a 9th point, the 0 point at the very top, the word evolutionists, which, evolutionist is a creationist term that doesn't really have a fixed meaning. It changes its meaning to match the circumstances of the individual creationist at that exact moment. But I digress. Let's break down the rest of the list. Oh, wait, I should define evolutionist? Let's define it. A person who actually understands evolution. There you go. Yeah, so Matt's first point on his list is the world created itself. Yeah, that's nonsense. Evolutionists, if they existed, would not have anybody believe such nonsense. Well, first of all, the formation of the Earth, the world, the Earth, involves predictable, studyable, observable, testable processes. And second of all, it has nothing to do with evolution. So it's not explained by the theory of evolution, and it's not related to evolution. The Earth was shaped by gravity and accretion. That's it. Gravity and accretion. Yeah, neither of which has anything to do with evolution. But it does help address the non-point that he makes after rattling off his 8 points when he resorts to a typically Matt Powell false dichotomy. We'll get into that later. In any case, his second point. Now, Matt's second point, life began in the oceans. This almost has something to do with evolution, but not quite. It's biochemistry, and it is correct. Life began in the oceans. We know this because we have a fossil record which clearly shows the earliest life forms were marine life forms. And the early Earth, when life was getting started, had a lot of cosmic rays hitting, which would have destroyed life if life had been forming on land. So yes, life formed in the oceans. Deductive reasoning plus evidence. Yes, life formed in the oceans. Matt's third point, life eroded out of rocks. No, it didn't. But, again, this has nothing to do with evolution. This is, again, biochemistry and geology. And although geology does overlap with biology at other points, it doesn't overlap with it here. This is organic chemistry. And no, life did not erode out of rocks. A little basic research would have saved you some embarrassment, Matt. But you've never done research. Well, correction. You go to creationist sites and regurgitate the well-refuted bullshit that you find on those creationist sites. So, kind of research, I suppose, but not really research. What can I say? Your fourth point, dinosaurs lived 65 plus million years ago. Congratulations, you got something right. Yes, dinosaurs lived 65 million years ago, and they lived 200 million years ago, and in fact 250 million years ago in the early Triassic, which is when dinosaurs evolved. Yes, the Triassic. A little geology, a little biology, a little bit of basic study. And this is something that paleontologists, geologists, and biochemists and geochemists together have figured out. Testing, researching, studying. You've heard of radiometric dating. Yeah. The law of superposition. We know dinosaurs were wiped out 65 million years ago. We also know how. It was an asteroid impact. It was not flatulence. Hey, somebody passing by. Yeah.
It'll be a nice shot.
Yep. Yes, it will be a nice shot. Ta-ta. Stay safe out there. Yeah. Anywho, I'm digressing. Yeah. Point number 5. Uniformitarianism. Well, he goes on to say that evolutionists would have you believe in uniformitarianism. What is uniformitarianism? Well, it's a very old principle from geology, and it has nothing to do with evolution. Again, it's geology. It is the notion that all geological processes are slow and gradual. It's an idea that was refuted more than 100 years ago. Nobody accepts uniformitarianism in geology, and nobody has ever accepted it in biology, so there's that. But again, uniformitarianism, nothing to do with evolution, so yeah. Typical Matt Powell. Yeah, typical Matt Powell. Point number 6. Humans are descended from primates. Technically correct. Humans are primates. Have you ever looked at the end of your fingers and seen your fingernails, these broad, flat things instead of rounded claws? That's a primate characteristic. It is a primate characteristic. Binocular vision with the eyes right in the front of the face, another primate characteristic. And of course, the relatively large brain to body size ratio. Again, primate. Humans are primates. This is tested, verified through genetics, biology, anatomy, and behavioral science. We're primates. Point 7. The world is 13.7 billion years old. No, it isn't. The world is 4.5 to 4.8 billion years old. The universe is 13.7 to 13.8 billion years old. That's the universe, though. The world is only about 4.5 to 4.6 billion years old. There's a difference, yes. But I'm almost prepared to give you this, except it's just laziness on your part, Matt. Seriously. You could have checked this. You could have Googled it. Or you could have read some books on the topic, There are books about the origins of the Earth, the age of the Earth, etc., etc. You could have read one. But again, you went to a creationist website and regurgitated the lies that you read, knowing that they were lies. Because, well, you're Matt Powell. You are Kent Hovind's bum boy ever since his son ran away. Meh. And then there's point 8. Darwinism is the truth. What is Darwinism? Well, Darwinism is a 19th century socio-economic model created by the capitalists to try to enlist science to support their greed and their rapacious destruction of the Earth's environment. Darwinism is hardline capitalism without the Calvinism. Yeah. And it's a nonsensical idea that, again, has been long since refuted and has nothing to do with evolution. And honestly, as an American evangelical, you should be you are supporting it, actually, because it is the root of American-style extreme hard capitalism. Yes. Survival of the fittest. Yeah, well. So that's my breakdown of Matt Powell's list, in which he got 3 out of 8. So about 37%. That's a failing grade where I come from. Yeah, you need at least 51% to get a passing grade. You got 37%. Well, we'll call it 37.5% because I feel generous, but yeah. 37%. Matt, you're not doing well here. You're not doing well at all. Yeah. Oh.